Hello, my name is Michael Philpott. I'm the Research Director for Omdia's Digital Consumer Services teams. Connected Home, once again, has been one of the key topics here at Network X, so I'm delighted to be joined by Adam Hotchkiss, co-founder and Vice President of Customer Solutions at Plume. Hi, welcome, Adam.
Hi, thank you, Phil.
So I'd like to start by asking, there's been obviously a lot of changes in the world over the past couple of years. What have you seen as being the top 3 pain points for broadband service providers facing today?
So top 3 pain points for service providers, number 1 is churn. As people start to move more towards internet-only solutions and they go over the top for video and gaming and other services, churn starts to come up because they just have one service. And we've seen that as being a big factor in terms of controlling the costs for service providers. Second one is now the economy is starting to cool off a little bit, and now questions start to come about the CapEx investment you can make in the network. How much can you afford to upgrade all your hardware just to get the latest and greatest versus taking what you already have and trying to upgrade the experience of what you have and then delay that purchase a few years until the economy comes back. So I think the expenditures are becoming under more scrutiny. And third is just trying to find the right resources and talent to run the entire industry. It becomes a little bit of a question. There's layoffs that are happening in some scale. So how do you put your people on the right problems and prioritize? That's also the third part that's been a little bit challenging, I think, for service providers in the last couple of months.
Yeah, a lot of challenges there. I know Plume gathers a lot of information and data and publishes some of that data in the public domain. What do you think that data tells us about how the smart home is evolving?
So the good part is everything's expanding at a pretty rapid pace. The amount of data that's being consumed, number of devices that are joining the home, and the number of threats that are also accompanying those devices on the security side are all growing at a very hefty pace. I think the thing that we're looking forward to is when we see the new devices that come on board, a lot of them are now interactive devices, like they're video streamers or they're cameras or they're two-way conversation devices like Echo Shows and other IoT devices. Those are now dominating the new devices joining the network. So I think we look forward to now, instead of worried all about speed and capacity, start worried about latency and real-time interaction becomes more important.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because typically, at a broadband type of event, speed often dominates the conversation, especially, I guess, when it comes to new Wi-Fi technologies such as Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 7. But does speed by itself translate directly into the quality of experience in the smart home?
No, it doesn't. So it certainly helps to have a minimum level of speed, maybe hundreds of megabits per second that you can utilize. But just having speed doesn't equate to a quality of experience. So you want to make sure that if you do have devices spread around their house, that they're staying connected, they have low latency, they have high bandwidth to them, enough to run all the applications. And that's the most important part about the service. So meeting the 5 nines reliability may not be totally possible, but we want to try to get 3 nines, 4 nines type reliability all the way from the internet to the home. And when I pick up my phone and I run around the house, I want to make sure that I have the seamless kind of handoff. And I want to have a beautiful mobile app I can use to handle and manage everything. If you have those things, it doesn't really matter speed, it'll give a good consumer experience.
Yeah, there's been a lot of excitement and interest around new Wi-Fi technologies, Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 6E. We've already started to see early deployments of that. Already people interested in when's Wi-Fi 7 coming along. Is that the panacea of Wi-Fi technology now, or is there more to come in this space?
Yeah, so certainly it helps to have new Wi-Fi technologies, new speeds, new bandwidths, new low latency opportunities for us. But again, that's not really the answer to or a panacea to the problem here about the quality of experience inside the home. So a couple of things we try to focus on is if I have Wi-Fi 5 or I have Wi-Fi 6 or I have Wi-Fi 6E or 7, I should be able to offer the same experience across all those technologies. And over time, things will start to get more congested. You'll have to upgrade to a later technology. But many of our customers today are still shipping Wi-Fi 5 and their customers are completely happy. And if you do it wrong, then you can have very low quality scores, even if you have Wi-Fi 6E in the network. But we're big advocates of moving to the advanced technologies to future-proof yourself, and we were one of the first to launch 6E in the United States and Canada and in European countries. So we're very proud to be at the forefront of that.
Especially in this landscape, sustainability is becoming a bigger and bigger topic, not just for consumers, but for the service providers, governments, all kinds of stakeholders. How is Plume helping service providers to address sustainability through your open source technologies?
So we have a control layer that we use across all the different CPEs that we manage called OpenSync. And OpenSync allows you to go into the field of already existing deployed solutions and CPEs, put our software on there over the air, and then gain all the services from our cloud platform just as easy as that. So there's no need to go and scoop up all the old CPEs, replace them with brand new ones just to get new services. We strongly advocate upgrading the CPEs in the field to get the same services, and that creates greater sustainability for the service provider.
Yeah. So another topic that's increasingly coming up into the conversations is Matter and the new Matter specification. How will Matter influence Plume's approach? Do you see it as an opportunity, or do you see it as a threat?
It's a big opportunity for us. So Matter gives us the ability to now see Wi-Fi, Ethernet, and non-Wi-Fi devices that used to be connected with Zigbee. Now will be connected to Thread radios that OpenSync is managing. So not only seeing, but also providing security, and then forming partnerships to control the different devices that are there. So whereas before we would only have visibility to Wi-Fi and Ethernet, we're now expanding the universe and giving us more capabilities to do automation and control and visibility for the consumer.
Yeah. So we started off the interview asking about what you see as the three big pain points. Just to wrap up, I suppose, what do you see as being the big three opportunities for service providers in the next couple of years?
So consumers still value internet now more than ever as the kind of lifeblood of their living. So if you're able to provide internet services and you have a good relationship with the customer, that will be a lifelong customer for you. We also see that growth is still very strong in the industry and for consumers. And so when you look at people trying to manage now their spending and money, the last thing you're going to skimp on is your internet connection to your home. So we see still strong growth within that part. And lastly, I think the operating costs and the margins are still well under control. As long as the service providers aren't investing in a good infrastructure and service, then they can also control and lower the cost, and this is great for the financial situation. So we're really bullish on the next several years. We think we won't see really any slowdown within our part, and I think service providers have a lot to be happy about.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting and a very, very exciting and innovative space over the next few years. So,
I agree.
thank you very much, Adam. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thanks, Michael.